Hey everyone, and welcome to an all-new episode of the One Team We Agree On. I'm Kyle,
I'm Jillian.
and we've had a very long day, haven't we?
Been a very long day. We've been up since like 5 in the morning.
Yeah, we're in championship mode for our coaching. As you can tell, we probably look both very tired. We've been up
The
5:30,
crap.
and we literally just got done watching the Union match, which, let's be honest,
Sucked.
yeah, we did not play good tonight. That was not our best showing, and we'll talk about that a little bit and about what happened from what we were able to see, and a couple other things we're going to talk about tonight. Review a little bit of the match. We're going to talk a little bit about what our overall thoughts are about Apple TV now coming out. And just having now watched 2-3 weeks of games, so what our thoughts are, and then well, we lost tonight, but we got to get ready because Union got a game, CCL, and then we got Chicago on next Saturday. So, no time to hold their heads down, that's for sure.
It's a long season.
Long season. But before we get started, what are you wearing today?
I'm wearing my Fight for Philly shirt.
And I'm wearing my Sons Band Supporter Shield t-shirt tonight. And as always, gang, you can follow us on Twitter at TOTWAG. And then you can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram. That the One Team We Agree On, all one word. So let's go ahead and get started, shall we? So we were at swim meet all day, and then
we had a great meet and everything, and we got done just in time to start streaming the game on the way home. Although
let's talk about that.
Yeah, so I pulled up the game right from the beginning on my phone on the Apple TV app, and I had like full bars on my phone, everything, and stupid thing kept buffering. Like it just kept freezing. And of course it'd be on like, some play or something, and like freeze, and then it'd like lag, and we ended up being like 3 minutes behind, when it finally started playing. So I don't know what the deal was there. I haven't had issues like using that's the first time I used it live on my phone. So that sucked. So we really didn't get to watch it without problems till we got home. So that was about half. We got a little bit more than halfway through the first half by the time we actually got home and watched it on the TV, and then we didn't have any issues there. But yeah, so that was just like annoying trying to watch the beginning of it. But
yeah, I mean, that was annoying when we got home, and then they scored that banger right off the bat as soon as we turned on TV. And it was like, oh, here we go. Overall thoughts of the match. I have a few, but why don't you go first?
Well, yeah, just to sum up that game, I just thought it kind of sucked. That's my take. No,
that's a bold take right there.
I mean, was it the worst I've ever seen us play? No,
that was.
But
Charlotte.
It took us a while. Oh my god,
that was Charlotte last year. But
yeah, it took us a while to get going. There was some stupid stuff that happened. Maybe there should have been a penalty, or
there's some ticky-tack calls that could go gone away.
Mm-hmm.
Here's my thing. I think coming out the gate, once again, 2 games in a row now, we start slow. That's the first thing.
That needs to get better.
Yeah, because last year, if you think about it, we were always starting. We were putting the pressure on. First 2 games to start. They came out, they were pressing, they were coming on us. We didn't look sharp, and they controlled the possession for pretty much the entire first half. I mean, we really, and you been brought it up, we had no sustain. They neutralized Kranz and Ua. We were sloppy with our passing. I mean, they were just coming right on us, pressing.
That yellow card for Martinez was stupid.
Well, and then
it was stupid.
Then we got our emotions involved. It just, we've seen that road game kind of play out before, and it was kind of that. Yeah, I kind of got bad vibes from that, and then I mean, that was a banger of a goal. I mean, we
Not
should have
much you could do
stepped
about
up.
that.
Well, we should have
I
been
mean, we
pressing
should
up.
have.
Yeah, but beyond that, Blake Reddick goes off his hands. What are you gonna do? All right, 1-0. Then to the Union's credit, we come out first 15 minutes. We look great. We're starting to make some
Mm-hmm.
moves, but we just, and again, credit Miami's defense for,
Mm-hmm.
at times they're getting the bounces, they're getting the breaks. I felt we then kind of fell apart. Taylor has that really nice goal of the week, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion. I mean, again, Blake read it right, just volleys
Mm-hmm.
that ball right in the back, and that's a beautiful goal. I mean, it's 2-0,
Mm-hmm.
and that was pretty much, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say we gave up because we were trying to
We
put
were
one
fighting
in.
at the end. We come close,
Yeah.
So man, Julian wanted to bicycle that one in. Oh, I know he wanted to score so bad in there. He did.
I mean, my biggest concern was there's a couple plays where both those goals, were kind of not pushing up to get in those defenders, and they had these
Mhm,
long range shots. I think that
mhm,
was it. Our passing at times tonight, just wasn't as crisp. Now, I
no.
mean, second half, first half of last game, I think my biggest concern is 2 games in a row now. Is this a trend? We'll see. We gotta start out better.
Mhm,
We gotta Uwas gotta get a goal, but that's more
mhm.
of just, I saw some people mention that. I mean, I think tonight Miami did a good job of stopping our top three. And, you know, we just didn't get the bounces. I mean,
Yeah.
but we also didn't play like we deserved to win. I mean, we definitely let the motions get some of us. I mean, again, granted, it's ticky tack calls, it's a game, but I mean, it's and it's also, I will say this, it's an MLS road game.
Mhm.
I mean, I've done the stats. I mean, 25% of home teams win throughout
Yeah.
the season. So, second game of the year.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to get shut out. I was thinking
No,
maybe
I
maybe
didn't
we
either.
draw like 1-1 or something. I would have taken that, but
Yeah, we
uh,
just didn't look sharp tonight.
no. But it's early in the season. Hopefully they take that, learn from it, and
I mean, I thought there were some
yeah.
good performances. I mean, like Biza run back and taking down
Mhm.
Martinez.
Mhm.
I mean, just Martinez. I thought Elliott at times played good.
Mhm.
I mean, there were players doing things.
Mhm.
I thought Martinez at times, although towards second half, him and Biza kind of fell apart, but had some bad plays too. So again, it just wasn't an overall night.
Mhm.
Thoughts?
And that pretty much sums it up. I mean, what
Yeah.
more can we say? I mean, disappointed.
It was disappointing because I mean they didn't even have their strikers,
Yeah. Yeah.
and they had none of their strikers except for Martinez, and we really couldn't do anything, And I mean, yeah, Drake Calendar played a good game, but we made their defense look really good. And again,
Mhm.
credit to Miami, they won that game more than us. I'm hoping but it's also a good lesson. I think also, and here's another point I want to make. It's a good lesson for the Union too, because we got CCL, then we got Chicago. All right, we're
Mhm.
gonna be doing it. If we're making these runs, we can't be having these games where we got tournaments coming up and
Mhm.
we forget about the regular season.
Starting to sound like Doc Rivers was a good lesson. But we lost.
It's not a
No.
good lesson. I'm mad. I'm
I know.
mad,
No,
but
it's
it's
just
just like, oh God, don't ever compare me to Doc Rivers as a coach. As a
sorry.
coach,
Sorry.
I'm offended.
Sorry.
No, no, I think that is a variable, valuable lesson there. So,
Mhm.
um, but anyway, so Union lose 2-0 tonight. Wasn't their best game. It's not to start, all doom and gloom, but there are some concerns
There'll
we've
be
got.
Negadelphia from it, I'm sure,
Well, I'm
but
not worried
but
about Negadelphia. I'm
we're
more
not
worried
that.
about, does this carry into the CCL first leg? Does this carry
Yeah.
into Chicago? That's what I'm more worried about.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we're gonna be fine.
I think we just need to bounce back. Like we need to play a good game against Alianza and then freaking bring it against Chicago, which,
So,
the weather's not looking great for next Saturday, but that could change. I really hope that improves.
so yeah. So anyway, for me, really, who stood out tonight? Pretty much, maybe Elliot.
Yeah, I saw a lot
I
of good
thought
from him.
Kai had some nice balls, but
Hmm.
I'm gonna say Elliot probably was
Mm.
probably the most. Again, I thought Bizo had a couple nice plays. I thought,
Hmm.
I, I just we were off tonight. It was kind of hard for me to
Hmm.
pick out, who was the best player. I thought, you know. So anyway, let's move on. And what'd you think about the production quality?
Um, I mean, it was okay. It's annoying sometimes when we miss some plays because they're like replaying something or the camera's not in the right
Or they
spot.
have like the dude, they're like zooming in on like player and the ball's
Yeah,
halfway down the
right.
floor.
I mean, that could be better sometimes. The announcers were kind of annoying. I would prefer to listen to like the Fanatic and listen to those guys, but
You know,
which we could have, but it's not in sync then. And
I saw Todd Lewis bring up a good point. I think it was him. Somebody brought a point like, but that's what I forget now.
I know.
Oh gosh, I forget now. I had seen he brought up a point. Sorry, Todd. But I think it goes back to commentators. Yeah, I mean, some of them weren't very. I didn't feel like some of them were.
Like they were even saying
They
oh, like they were wrong about stuff. They kept saying like that our game against Allianz is on Wednesday. It's
Wednesday.
on
Yeah,
Tuesday.
yeah. Billy, I saw Billy post that.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, there was like some of these things. It was like they were bringing up things about teams, and goes back to I think sort of just kind of how this whole networking of commentators works was kind of off. I felt. Um, I also felt like they kept saying this is a monumental
Oh yeah.
historic win. I'm like,
Like
really?
no,
It's the
I
second
mean
game of the regular season and a home against a team
what
that won 10 games.
like it's like a freaking statement win. It's like no, it's not. I
I
mean,
mean, it's
they
an
played.
early season statement win, yes,
I mean, good
but
for Miami. They had some great goals and they played a great game, but was it like this monumental win? No. They
no.
won at home early in the
After
season.
winning 10
Give
games the
me a
year
freaking
before,
break. Yeah.
the year before, I don't find that to be
If
now. If it was like
it was like a, more than 2 goals or something, and
yeah, I mean, are they off
okay.
to a great start? Yeah. Are
I
they
mean,
going to
I'm
be a
not saying
good
that was
team?
bad for
Yeah, but
but they're making it out to be way more than it
it
is.
is. And again, credit to Miami. They played an
They
awesome
played a
game
game,
tonight.
yeah.
They deserve to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I just felt like I just kept sitting there rolling my eyes like, seriously, you're gonna
Okay.
make this thing. The other thing, I know some people commenting when they pulled out of the view
Mm-hmm.
of the stadium, like up close it looked fine, but pulling out, it looked really grainy. And I went back and watched their
Yeah.
match against Montreal last week.
Yeah.
Same thing. So something's going on with Inter Miami's feed.
Yeah, the when it was out, like watching on my phone too, it was really grainy.
Yeah,
When they zoomed in on like the players, it was fine.
but I didn't notice
Yeah.
that on any other game I was watching. Now I probably watched 5 other games last week, but I didn't notice that. So that's interesting. I don't know if it's something with their setup or what's going on there. Um, and then but overall, I think the production quality is great. When you get good feeds. Um, I mean, I thought the commentary when I went back and watched commentating last week was fine. I mean, obviously Danny has a little history, and they did a very good job playing it neutral.
Mhm.
But these guys, yeah, I don't know. I think you're going to see that from time to time.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
It's just like meh.
man. But anyway, outside the game quality, we found that problem with the replays, and a lot of people were saying about the replays, and you've solved that. How'd you solve that?
All right, so to see the full game,
Yeah.
like watching it on the TV, you have to when you're on the team page, you got to scroll down and it's like an option at the bottom, you have to hold it down.
So it says season pass, and you push
Yeah.
that, and then just hold that little
And
thing.
then you can like watch the whole game or watch the highlights.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I found that out by seeing people say it on Twitter, what to do. So, I mean, I found it was easy enough to do it on my phone on the app, but on the TV, it wasn't like real obvious where you could find that.
Yeah, I mean, I know some people said there's probably still glitches like the Seb. I know we saw about the wraparound. How they're making the wraparound free for Apple Plus subscribers now.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be interesting. What do you want? What's your favorite things that you have watched on there that you really enjoyed,
Um,
content wise?
well, I mean, it's cool seeing like, the rituals of each
Yes.
team. Like I enjoyed that extra content and everything. And I honestly probably haven't watched as much as you have on there.
No.
But yeah, I like some of the special content there. Like I said, like we said before, I think the unions could have had a little more, but um
I really like the ritual. I really like the
yeah.
players' profiles. I like
Mhm.
some of
Yeah.
like the most like statement stuff, like the club's most like 100, 10 most
Hmm.
like they have some of those historic things. I like to watch them.
Yeah.
Um, and so what I would love to see more of is maybe more history, maybe
Yeah.
more league documentaries. I saw something where they're it looks like they're trying to work with like Apple's working with somebody that I forget who it was, is
Hmm.
like an F1 documentary, and they're going to do some stuff. So, yeah. What about you? Anything else you want to see added?
Um, I mean, it'd be good to see some more like content like on the players and stuff. I think, I love, like when they do like the fun interviews and stuff with the players.
You just want Stu Finn. I mean, Stu would have been perfect for it.
Oh,
Stu would have been
yeah.
perfect for this. But no, I kind of think I love to see some goofy stuff,
Yeah, just some
like
fun stuff.
some character, like some character states of players'
Hmm.
personalities. I mean, you're seeing some of it. But yeah, I kind of want to get more into historical stuff. So, one of the projects, since you really are kind of still learning about some of
I'm
these.
the color commentary here.
Yes, you are. I have
I'm
it.
the John Krucka of the career. I'm just like, except that I didn't play the sport. I played soccer like actually like in second and third grade. That's my extent.
Right.
But I'm just I'm just gonna have fun and make comments.
So one of the things I would love to see you do is maybe go on and learn about Portland. So you should go on. So you got some homework. So I want you to go on and research Portland a little bit and
Yeah.
watch some of their videos and highlights, because that's an NASL team, North American Soccer League team, that one time, and then they bounced around, and now they're in MLS. So they have a
Mm-hmm.
long historic roots. So something for you to kind
Okay.
of learn about, and then we'll come back to. But no, overall, there's some glitches, but they'll figure it out.
Yeah, it's still early.
Um, and now let's talk about Tuesday. Unlike the announcer said tonight, Wednesday,
Tuesday.
Tuesday, everybody. Playing Alianza.
No,
So do you know how this tournament works?
they do two games. Oh, they do one.
Mm-hmm.
When is it the aggregate?
Yes. So,
Oh, see, I do
so
know
they'll have what?
something.
Yes, there you go. So you
I do
have,
pay attention.
so we're gonna have two legs.
Yes.
All right. They'll be at down there, Allianz, and then they'll come back next Tuesday. We'll
Hmm.
play second leg. If one team wins one game, one team wins the other, we go to, aggregate. If they're
Hmm.
tied at the end of aggregates, PK. So um that's the first thing. Looks like the broadcasting will be on Fox FS1, or I think it's FS1 for the first game, and then it's like Fox Soccer
Hmm.
App Plus or something. I have no idea what that is. I guess it's an app,
Hmm.
Fox Soccer Plus, or subscription service. But there will be some. I think you can watch it on their YouTube channel, Telemundo. I know Jonathan Tannum Wald had posted like everything, and I think Renee did on his Twitter page. Like Renee did like a whole like, here's the team. It was phenomenal. So um a couple things with the match. It'll be a good test. I think
Hmm.
we should move on, but if we play like tonight, never know. Um
Yeah, let's do better.
there was some controversy because their field had like a couple months back had like pictures of like, I guess they're renovating. It was all dirt and sod. It
Mm.
was like all dirt, and they're like, "Oh yeah, it'll be ready to go," and everybody's like, "No."
Hmm.
Well, I guess there were some questions about it, and I'm happy to say that I guess some people from Allianz were like, "Hey, here's some pictures from the other night match. It looks like it's some really overgrown grass. But there is grass now, apparently. So,
Good.
um, this is it looks fixed, but against the CCL. I don't know if you know about the CCL. Uh tomfoolery can happen at these away venues. Certain goofiness,
Stay
goal.
safe, our visiting fans.
Yeah, well, no, like teams all of a sudden getting calls and then going on like a 4 goal run to like it gets wild. We saw that.
Oh,
We
yeah.
saw it happen to NYCFC last year. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they were up and all of a sudden they just blew up and the other team goes. So there can be some bonkiness with this. Yes, I used the word bonkiness. It's
What,
not
that's
even
not
not
it.
even a word.
Wow, Kyle.
Yeah, things can be bonkers. All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's been a long day of coaching.
It has been a really long day.
And we're grinding this one out because we
Yeah.
have no idea when we're gonna be able to record next.
It's been a busy week.
Yes. But this is a huge opportunity for the union.
Yes.
And what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, I just want to see us bounce back and do you think we're gonna go with what kind of lineup we're gonna go with?
I like to say, I still say, and I said this a couple times, we're gonna go with 3 in the back in one of the next 2 to 3 matches.
Mm-hmm.
I think you'll see kind of a mixed bag formation because we still got to go back and play Chicago.
Yeah, it's true.
And that's an opportunity. We got to bounce back and get some points. Now, funny story. So I think we're going to go with some lineup formation changes.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little disappointed that we didn't switch formations too. That's another thing I was a little disappointed with. But again, moving on from this match. So but yeah, it's a huge opportunity. And hopefully we get that first leg victory so we can bring it home next Tuesday and close it out and move on. So some final thoughts, a couple things. First, did you see Jim Curtin's comment about Ted Lasso that everybody's
Oh
taking
yeah.
up?
Whatever.
Did Ted Lasso soccer American coaching back whatever
I don't think so.
to the common person? Did that make you appreciate soccer more watching
Actually,
Ted?
Ted Lasso got me more interested in watching soccer. Okay. I didn't know jack about some of the stuff. Okay. And it honestly got me more interested. Like I was like, oh, okay. I mean, obviously I was already watching, the union and everything, but like I was like, okay. Like I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I love Ted Lasso. And honestly, I just, as a coach too, like I appreciate, how he coaches and everything.
So I don't know if you understand the whole premise of that article. It was like 2 guys from the Athletic and Curtin during preseason sat down at a bar, had a beer,
Yeah.
and just chatted. And that was the interview.
Mm-hmm.
So like he says this kind of in a very casual setting.
Yeah.
With like dialogue, like
People are reading into it too much.
I know. And then like some people were like, oh, it's television football, and then people are like, oh, those are horrible comments. I'm like,
hey, if there's people
what?
that watch Ted Lasso and like, okay, I like this show and it deals with professional soccer and okay, maybe I'm going to get into my local team, the Philadelphia Union,
Hey.
then hey, we'll take that.
But no, I don't think Ted Lasso set back American coaching
Nah.
20 years. But
Nah.
and even if it did, that's just him making an offhanded comment about
Yeah.
his personal feelings, which he's
Yeah.
entitled to.
Exactly.
We don't need to get
So,
bent out of shape.
yeah.
It's a TV show. But at the same time, I think Curtin, he brings up about some great comments already. He talks
Yeah.
about the passion of our fans in that article. And even his recent comments last week, cowards make anonymous quotes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh,
I guess my last thing, are we playing the villain card now? Are we becoming the villains?
well, maybe a little bit.
As Harvey Dent said, either die the hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Yep.
I mean, hey, who knows? But what we do know is we will be there next Saturday against Chicago.
Probably also tired, but we'll be there. We got to swim meet earlier in the day.
That one's even longer.
And then we have to get up early the next day.
We do?
For Sunday. Yeah. Sunday
I
we
thought
got
it was a
districts.
Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Woo! Okay. But hey, we hope to see you there. We
Yes,
may
come
or may
say
not
hi.
be there. We still got some stickers we'd like to see,
Yeah.
and please come and
Yeah, hopefully we'll be at the tailgate. It kind of depends on how things go for us with our swim meet,
yeah, it depends if we get there in time because we
Yeah.
got this really cool ring, like that ring toss game you got me. I wanted
Yeah.
to try that out.
Yeah.
But if it's raining and the weather's miserable, definitely will not be breaking that out.
No.
But anyway, we kind of were all over the map tonight. But we wanted to get this out for you guys. I mean, we just wanted to have some last minute comments. I wanted to go over some stats, but honestly, we gotta get back to bed because we gotta be up at 5 a.m. So, but anyway, hey, thanks for tuning in. And again, follow us on Twitter at TOTWAG or on Facebook at the One Team We Agree On. And until next week, I'm Kyle.
I'm Jillian.
And we'll see you next time.